Why did Elon Musk prioritize a trip to China over a planned visit to India? On April 28, Tesla CEO Elon Musk made an unannounced visit to China, the electric vehicle giant's second largest market. As per Reuters reports, Musk's visit to China came shortly after the postponement of his India trip due to Tesla obligations, where he was expected to meet Prime Minister Narendra Modi to discuss the future investments in India.
Cancelling an appointment with Prime Minister of one of the world's largest and powerful countries is not a small thing.
So why was Elon's visit to China so crucial? Let's find out. In Beijing, China, Musk discussed the rollout of full self-driving software, FSD, and sought to transfer the data collected from the Chinese Tesla vehicles back to the US. This is to train the algorithm to be used for autonomous driving. To know more about this, let's hear from Hari Viswanath, Deputy Editor, BL Portfolio, Business Line.
What is FSD? Full self-driving. This is Musk's vision of a world where people never have to drive cars. You get into a car where there is no steering wheel, there is no accelerator, there is no brake pedal. You use your mobile app, you get into the car, the computer drives the car, drops you at a location, and it goes back to the garage. So he envisions a world where you can actually buy a car. When you're not using it, you lease it out to somebody else who can use it and pay you a fee. So the first step to achieving this is getting permission for his FSD, which was what the China visit was all about. But Tesla investors may have gotten a bit too far ahead simply because Musk's vision is level 5 FSD, which is what I described earlier. Implementing that is not going to be easy. It is many years away because you need to get regulatory approval in every country that you want to launch your cars, and it's not going to be easy. So, but investors are warmed up to this because level 2 and level 3 FSDs is the stepping point for level 5 FSD. So this is one of the reasons why Musk had to cancel his India visit and go to China.
Responding to queries on X, Musk hinted at the imminent availability of full self-driving cars for the Chinese customers. Despite customer demand, Tesla is yet to introduce FSDs in China, unlike its introduction in the American market. Chinese regulators have stringent requirements necessitating local data storage collected by Tesla's Chinese fleet since 2021. Tesla adheres to these regulations, storing the data in its Shanghai facility. According to Reuters reports, Musk has reported to have won tentative approval for the introduction of full self-driving FSD software in China, clearing key administrative roadblocks in Beijing after meeting with top government officials, with Chinese tech giant Baidu being the one providing the mapping data. Musk also sought approval from the Chinese government officials to transfer the data collected by the Chinese fleet to the US so that it can be used to train algorithms that can be used for autonomous driving. In the recent years, Tesla sales in China saw a downtrend. Low demand across China, Asia, and Europe, no major style refreshes in their cars, and increased competition from established and new Chinese EV brands. Hence, in the light of these events, Tesla clearly wanted to drive sales forward and bring full self-driving cars into the Chinese auto market. This focus on China highlights Tesla's strategy of expanding its presence in major electric vehicle markets globally. While China is a crucial market, Tesla is also looking to expand in other parts of Asia with high EV potential. Well, this brings us to India. So, what could be the possible reasons why Tesla is delaying investments in India? Elon Musk sees electric vehicle adoption as inevitable in India. Tesla is actively looking to establish manufacturing plants in India, with Maharashtra and Gujarat offering land. The Indian government's EV policy incentivizes local production with benefits like import duty reductions. Tesla's potential investments is estimated between $2 billion and $3 billion, catering to both domestic and export markets. The negotiations between Tesla and India are ongoing. With the current Lok Sabha elections, Tesla's potential entry into India and any concessions regarding import duties are on hold until after the India's general elections, as per Business Line reports. Tesla seeks to initially import completely built units to establish its presence. Due to current high import duties of 70 to 100%, Tesla's budget-friendly models, which are about 25 to 35 lakh, are more expensive. Why did Elon Musk prioritize a trip to China over a planned visit to India?
Cancelling an appointment with Prime Minister of one of the world's largest and powerful countries is not a small thing. We all know that. So obviously, it's pretty clear because India is a huge market for any company in the developed market that wants to tap the huge potential that we offer. The CEO of the company would have thought a lot before actually cancelling a much publicized meeting. So the reason to understand this, we have to go back and see what has been happening with Tesla over the last 2 years. The stock of Tesla peaked at over $400 in 2021. By April 20th of this year, the stock had cratered 65%. And on a year-to-date basis too, the stock had fallen 40%. Tesla was the worst performing stock in the cluster of what is popularly known as the Magnificent Seven stocks, which consists of Microsoft, Meta Platforms, Alphabet, Amazon, Apple, Tesla, and Nvidia. The reason he had to cancel his visit to India has two facets to it. One facet is to convince investors that trust me and I'm going to continue to create value for you and you're going to make a lot of money like investors made between 2020 and 2022. From the lows of 2020 during COVID to the peak in 2021, Tesla investors made 15x returns. Okay, it's fallen a lot, but even after this fall, investors who invested pre-COVID have still made very good money. The present time has been a case of inflection point for Tesla investors. Was the rally that played out between 2020 to 2022 the right Tesla story, or the crash in Tesla shares from 2022 to now the actual Tesla story? Earnings have declined. Today, calendar year 24 earnings is expected to be 30 to 35% below calendar year 2022 for Tesla. The stock was built on expectations of exponential growth, but what you have actually got is not growth, you're actually getting a decline in revenue and earnings in 2024. So this is something that Musk had to address in the earnings call, and this he did successfully because of the fact that the stock went up, and the stock is up now by over 30% from the day Tesla released earnings. Of course, this earnings call was also followed by Musk's sudden and surprise visit to China, where he has got regulatory permission to launch FSD in China. Now, the second thing, which is actually the most important reason, the investor deck that was part of Tesla's earnings release on April 23rd, the page 10 of that investor deck has the clear reason what exactly is Tesla's plans for the future. And this plan is driven by two things. One is your plan to be an AI-driven technology company and differentiate yourself versus other companies. The other thing is how exactly is Musk going to deal with the cash burn that the company is enduring now. At the start of the year, Tesla was expected to deliver over $5.5 billion in free cash flows. After 1Q results, analysts have now reduced it to around $3 billion. The company actually burned $2 billion of cash in Q1. So when you're actually burning cash and you haven't fully utilized the capacity in your existing plants, setting up a new plant in India does not sound like a good business idea. So that is one of the reasons, and the exact statement relating to this is there in page 10 of the investor deck. The most important point in the investor deck is this part. This would help us fully utilize our current expected maximum capacity of close to 3 million vehicles, enabling more than 50% growth over 2023 production before investing in new manufacturing lines. That's the most important point, which is Tesla does not plan to invest in new manufacturing lines until it grows its production 50% over current capacity. And its current plan involves achieving that 50% increase in production using existing capacity. So here is the interesting thing. Based on analyst estimates, Tesla's production is not expected to increase by 50% at least until 2027. Going by the way things are and the new strategy that Tesla has updated investors with, it appears a plant in India was nowhere in the near term, maybe few years away, unless Tesla changes its strategy again. With Elon Musk, you never know. He has made a lot of U-turns. His fortunes too have made U-turns. He was almost on the verge of bankruptcy in 2020 or 2019. Then he has become one of the world's richest persons. While he's still one of the world's richest persons, he's taken a 50% hit to his fortune. So U-turns are common. As of now, no India plant for the foreseeable future.
Overall, Tesla's entry into India hinges on the outcomes of the general elections and the new government's stance on import duties and the EV policy. Thank you all for watching. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe. And to read more interesting stories, you can log on to thehindubusinessline.com and stay tuned for more such interesting stories.